Hi guys, it's been a minute and I wanted to come here and talk to you all. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, it's your girl Gifty. I do videos on grad school experience. I do natural hair videos. Look around, stick around, um, check out my channel, like this video, subscribe if you're not, join this family and help a girl grow this community here. So as you may have seen by the title of today's video, I am doing a summary of my master's degree program, what I learned prior to coming to the US and what I learned staying here 2 years, and other things that I feel like it's very necessary for you to take note of before you get to the end. I might be sharing a little bit of my own experience with some of the things that I'll be talking about. This video is going to be in 5 parts. It's going to be a series which I will be dubbing the master's degree what to know series, and this part 1 is going to talk about you got your visa approved, what next, what do you need to do, what should you have done prior to your visa, and just little things to get you going. So if this sounds like an interesting video to you, please watch till the end and see you at the end. Right, so first of all, I like to say congratulations on getting admitted to your dream school. You did it. You started this journey not knowing where you're going to go, but you have succeeded, and I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is, are you mentally prepared to study in the US? It is very crucial that as a student coming all the way from a different continent to an entirely new environment, you have to be mentally prepared for what's ahead of you. Now, some of the ways that you can be mentally prepared for what's ahead of you is, forming communities at the place that you're going to go to, finding your tribe, getting connected with people on LinkedIn, asking people on people that are already on the journey that you are about to start, because trust me, there's nothing new under the sun. And even for scientific research papers, there is a whole chapter dedicated to literature review. That means that there is nothing new under the sun. So I want you to be mentally prepared, know what's ahead of you, put everything in place to conquer that, because it's very necessary. Sometimes we bring along a whole lot of baggage like ideas that we already have about living in the US, ideas that we already have about studying in the US and all of that. Also, I'll be looking down here because I have some things written down. I don't want to miss anything on this part. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is housing. You should have booked for your house and accommodation, looked out for clubs and organizations that exist in your school that might be able to help you. Now, it's a thing with Africans especially that we always want to wait until we're at the point where we actually need the thing done. That's when we are making our decisions. But to live here successfully in the US, you have to be able to plan your things, a year ahead, plan your accommodations like 6 months ahead and all of that. So you should have looked for an accommodation, and don't be thinking that your visa is not going to be approved, because the whole point of you starting this journey is for you to come to the US, and you're going to come. So please put these things in place prior to going for your visa interview. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is so you don't necessarily have to know someone specific in your school. You just have to be able to look for things for yourself. Part of who we are, part of you studying in the US, is being able to search for things, being able to read anything that you come across before you react into it. So connecting with people on LinkedIn is very crucial to your existence here in the United States. So you don't want to trash about it. You don't want to look for people that you necessarily know just so they can hold your hands. You can literally connect with new people, form your own community from there, and yes, everything is gonna go well with you. Now, Another thing that I wanted to mention is I have made videos on, if you're going for your visa interview and you come across this video, I've made videos on documents that you need for your visa interview, what you need to know, my personal experience together with two other people. I'm going to link all that videos in the description below. And as I said, this is the part one of a 5-part series on a summary of my master's degree here in the United States. So if you've watched till this end, you are the G. I appreciate you and I don't take you for granted. And I'm going to see you in part 2. Thank you and subscribe. So after your visa has been approved, what next? Now, one thing that we take for granted as students, and especially as African students, is the financial demands that comes with wanting to study in the United States. So you might want to, from the very beginning, start making adjustments to things that you already know and things that you will love to know, right? And when you get here, you might have a lot of catching up to do, because trust me, the gap is like that.
What you need for your visa interview, and then what you need to do if you have received that decision letter by now. So I know most of us, or at this time, most of you have received that admission letter from university saying that you've been admitted and you've been given funding. If you are still looking for funding, don't be worried, it's still gonna come. If it doesn't come, that's not the end of the road. But for people that have received their funding and decisions and then they are ready to embark on this journey, these are things that I think you should pay attention to and things that you need to know. So first of all, you need to get your I-20 from the school. Getting a decision letter from the university doesn't guarantee your entrance. Your passport to that bank and then make that payment. After making that payment, you can start with your visa application. Visa application will lead you to getting a profile, stated, and you have to talk about who you are. You have to put in your passport details and you have to put in your DS-160 confirmation number. That is where your DS-160 confirmation number will come in. So after sending your DS-160 confirmation application, you get a barcode, and that barcode is what you have to take to the visa interview. You don't have to take your DS-160 full application. So I know I personally did it. I printed out the DS-160 after I did the application. You don't have to send in that document. It was part of the reason why my file was a bit bigger. So, that would be called out, yeah, because it doesn't even make sense. So.